I was the woman in blue.
Yes, you were.
I was screaming, we're going to be rich, and I was broke. I was excited, and I was broke. I went from meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting to meeting, and I was broker and broker and broker and broker, and I flew all over the country, and I bought all the books and all the CDs, and I made no money. No one taught me that it was supposed to be a for-profit venture. I thought it was a for-learning adventure, and that's what it was. And I learned, and I learned, and I learned, and I studied, and I took notes, and I changed, and I changed, and I grew, and I changed, and I grew, and I tried, and I cried, and my wife almost left me 3 times. And I missed 2 of my best friends' weddings because I was so convinced that if I did what they said for 10 to 15 hours a week for 2 to 5 years, I'd be free and rich. Sound familiar?
Yes.
I came home from every convention. I was the only one dancing, and no one would listen. Fast forward, I've got a team of 10,000 people, and we're all moving to the same groove. We're all moving to the same vision. We're all dancing to the same mission, which is to free people from physical and financial pain. And in the process, create more 6- and 7-figure income earners than any other company in history. And now I sit on the field advisory board of my company, which is one of the fastest growing companies in North America. And now I'm a professional blogger. So someone taught me to add value and write about hip things. So I came up with, what do Fergie, Oprah, and Drew Berman have in common? And that's on my blog. Good?
Yes.
You got to read it. Good blog? Stephanie, you read it?
Absolutely great.
It was so much fun to write. Almost as much fun as writing this one. I heard Cedric on a call one time, and someone said, do reviews. So I did a review. I came up with Cedric the Prospector or Cedric the Entertainer. Now, if you look up, if you go to Google and Google Cedric the Prospector, my blog comes up. Does he get hits?
That's it.
Woo! This is before I knew him. I called him up. I'm like, dude, I just wrote a blog about you. He's like, send it to me. You know how I made Cedric appear in my life?
No.
Because I made Cedric a peer in my life. Are we peers?
Yes.
He's much better looking than me. He's been doing this a lot longer than me. You know how I made Jeffrey Combs appear in my life? I made him appear in my life. Called him up, man to man. We had a business conversation. I didn't really know who he was. He didn't really know who I was. Instantly we were peers. And then he invited me on stage to talk and share my journey. So how do you make your best prospect appear in your life? Make them appear in your life. Be one with them. See, in sales, the typical sales situation looks something like this. Me, you. Table. This is old school Zig Ziglar. At the kitchen table. Me, you. You agree, I agree, you agree, I agree. Transaction. What if you could do this? What if you can make people a peer in your life? A P-E-E-R. Make them an equal. Whether they're a janitor or a lawyer, a president, or someone named Ming Ming who doesn't speak English. And you make them an equal, a peer. And your sales presentation becomes something like this. It's us against them, man. It's us against them. Let's go forth and prosper together, unified. Not me at you. That's how you close more sales. That's what Jeffrey talked about, connection, not sales. Right? Right, Steve? Guys getting any of this? I got a half hour with you guys. I want to give you everything I got. But I got 20 years of sales experience. I got 7 years in this industry. I got 3 years in my company. I got 2 years of financial freedom. I got 9. Can I just brag a little bit? Can I just take my soapbox? In 3.5 years, I was able to enroll 194 people into my company.
Ooh.
Is that good? Personally, is that?
Good.
Are those,
Great.
is that decent? Good?
That's
Great?
That's great.
All
That's
right.
great.
Actually, thank you. I'm blessed. I happen to have a good recruiting skill set. But our business is not about recruiting. It's about connecting. It's about communion. It's about relationships. Whether they're online or offline. Right, Cedric?
Yes, sir.
No one wants to be gotten. I get calls from my group. I got one! A fish? Or a friend. Or a partner. So for 3.5 years, I was able to personally invite into our growing team 194 people. Pretty good statistic, right? But that team has grown from 194 people to 9,500 people. That is a great statistic. That is our industry. Not me, not my company. Yes, I work it. But our industry is hot. And our industry is starting to attract non-regularly attracted to this industry type of people. For example, what was your previous industry?
My previous and still industry is I'm a colon and rectal surgeon.
And where did you go to school?
I got my undergraduate degree from Harvard and my medical degree from Cornell.
Pre-network marketing business.
I was an opera teacher, an opera director in New York City, and a professional singer.
Mike, pre-network marketing business.
I'm in IT.
And IT.
IT.
Guys, athletes are being attracted in droves. What was your pre-network marketing business?
College professor.
At what school?
Yale University.
Guys, you gotta believe that you're offering a solution to people. I'm going to teach you one sentence. If you get it to your core, it'll triple your results with 1/3 of your effort. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
You'll repeat after me?
Yes.
Trust me?
Trust
You trust me?
Trust me.
Say, we have what they want.
Yes.
Say it like you mean it.
We have what they want.
Do you mean it?
Yes.
Do you believe it?
Yes.
We'll see. Because if you don't believe it, here's what's going to happen. I went to see a hypnotist in a group setting, and it was designed to show what the power of the subconscious can do. Jeff taught 11/12 of what we do is subconscious, right? Who remembers him saying that?
Yes.
Right? Remember the iceberg analogy? You only see what's on top, but the real iceberg is below. That's how it sank the Titanic. Same thing with your subconscious and your sabotaging beliefs. So here's the difference between belief, because you just said you all believe it, and desire. Who wants to make 6 figures a year? Who wants to make 6 figures a month? Okay?
I do.
All right. So you desire it, but where's your belief level? We watched a hypnotist bring someone up on stage, and they made fun and games, pretend you're 5 years old, and they had to draw pictures. So it was fun, and it was designed, but it was also a very hardcore business lesson. And here was the business lesson. He convinced the guy that he was living in a glass box 4x4. His belief, when he was going to wake up, his belief was going to be so profound that he was living in a 4x4 box. Okay? This is the same glass ceiling that you've created in your life. Harv Eker says, it's not that you have high goals and don't achieve them. It's not that your goals are too high and don't achieve them. It's that your goals are too low and you do. Who heard that? Who received that? So here's what happened in the drill. The guy woke up, totally happy. Hypnotist says, do you remember anything we talked about? No. He's like, you feel okay? Yeah. Everything going fine in your life? Yeah. He's like, what would you do if I told you that I'd give you $100 cash and no strings attached just for being here today? He's like, that'd be great. He's like, do you desire $100 cash today? He's like, yeah. So he says, okay, stay right there. And he backed up. He says, I'm going to make you a deal. Takes out a wad of hundreds. And he says, I'm going to give you this. You want this $100, right? And he said, yeah. Your desire for this $100 is high, right? Yeah. He says, all you got to do is come and get it. Remember what his belief level was? He went like this. He said, no, seriously, how about if I make it $200? Come and get it. 300, 400, 500, 600. The guy's like, you really want it? You really desire this? All you got to do is come and get it. What's wrong? Nothing.